iHeart, get ready. Fantasy football is here. Welcome to the Scout Fantasy Show. ScoutFantasy.com is home to the Fantasy Football World Championships and the best players in the world. Real money winners giving their secrets to help you win. Now exclusively on iHeart. This is the Scout Fantasy Show with your host, the one, the only, Dr. Roto.
Dr. Roto, get out the insurance cards, get out the copay. The office is open, my friends. We are going to get to the Houston Astros podcast preview in just a little bit. I promise you that. But I want to do some news and notes first. The Royals signed Lucas Duda to a one-year, $3.5 million deal. Here's why. Because Hunter Dozier shouldn't be your first baseman. That's why. You need to have Duda out there. And look, he's not bad. He should be. He can get 25, 30 home runs. It's possible. So I have no problem with the Royals doing that. I think that he should be somebody that's picked up. Certainly going to play. No Hosmer. What are you going to do? Play Lucas Duda. Now, he might hit you 240. Absolutely true. But the guy certainly could hit 25 home runs and 85 RBIs. They needed to do something like that. Makes a lot of sense. All right, moving forward here. Yuli Gurriel going to be out 5 to 6 weeks. So let's see. He underwent surgery to remove the hook of the hamate bone in his left hand. Yeah, that just doesn't sound very good. So we're 5 to 6 weeks, so he's going to miss the start of the season. Let me get out my handy-dandy calendar here. So I'm thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, I'll say April 16th. I think April 16th is an expected start date for him. Look, he's a great hitter. I would still draft him. Maybe I drop him down a round or two. I just actually took him in a slow draft here. I kind of regret it, but I took it here. I mean, look, he's still a good player, but I'm going to have to wait at least a couple of months to see him. I'm going to say, like I said, mid-April sounds about right to me. I already talked about the Indians signing Mike Napoli. I think you'll see him with getting some time against lefties. That's usually how he does best. Alex Reyes pitching again in batting practice. That's always good to see. See him against live batters. That is very exciting. Alex Reyes, a terrific pitcher. Daniel Nava out for 10 to 12 weeks following back surgery. We're not going to see him for a long time. Tim Lincecum signs a one-year deal for $1 million with the Rangers. We'll have to see. I'm not making any plans here to start him or draft him. But, I mean, look, he is a name. He is somebody that we know. So there you have it, Tim Lincecum. Let's see how they use him in Texas. Okay, Houston Astros. Brian McCann, catcher. He's not the Brian McCann of old, but he's still he's probably an old Brian McCann. But he's 34, and he gets 20 home runs and 60 RBIs every year. He's a good catcher. On a good team, in a good park, and a good lineup. What more do you want? What more do you want? Marwin Gonzalez now, to me, becomes the starter at first base. I think Marwin Gonzalez is best used as a utility guy, but I think Marwin Gonzalez makes a whole lot of sense at first base. They'll go with him. Last year, he played 31 games there. He had 23 home runs, 90 RBIs. He starts at first base for Gurriel. When Gurriel comes back, Gonzalez will start to play all over the place. Now, if Gonzalez goes to first base like I think he will, I think this opens up a spot in the outfield for maybe a guy named Derek Fisher. Right? I think Derek Fisher is a good player. He should get a shot. And don't laugh, maybe the Astros want to bring up Kyle Tucker. I'm not saying that he's ready this moment, but he's going to be ready soon. All right? Jose Altuve is their second baseman. What can we say about Jose Altuve? He's got more power than you think. He has hits for RBIs, steals 30 bases a year, hits 330, 340, scores 100 runs. You know what? There's nothing not to like with Altuve. You're picking top three. I think you got to go Trout, Altuve, Arenado. I don't know in what order, but I mean, certainly those are the three top players. I trust Altuve. I have no problem with him. Carlos Correa is the shortstop there for the Astros. And just so you know, Carlos Correa only had 422 at-bats last year. He had 24 home runs and 84 RBIs. Project that out another 180 at-bats. This guy should be hitting 35 home runs and 110 RBIs. I mean, that's how good a hitter he is. I'm a little upset that I'm not seeing the stolen bases, but the Astros as a whole have stopped running as a team. George Springer doesn't run, Correa doesn't run. But look, Correa could steal 7 or 8 bases, but he could hit .315 with 30 home runs and 100 RBIs. There's nothing not to like in Correa. I took him at the 15th pick in LABR. I'm just fine with that. I think the power is there. At third base, you have Alex Bregman. Alex Bregman is a very, very good young hitter. And what I love about Alex Bregman is that when he first came up, he struggled with the Astros. He really did. He struggled. But the Astros didn't give up on him. They let him work out his kinks up with the team. And he eventually started to hit. Because he's too good not to hit, right? He's too good a player not to hit. And they stuck with him, and he started to hit, and then he became sensational. And now Alex Bregman, probably going to hit 20 home runs this year, going to hit 80 RBIs, going to steal 20 bases, going to hit 280. There's nothing not to like. He is a rock-solid third-round pick, and I think he might even give you second-round value when it's over. In the outfield, I mentioned George Springer before. George Springer was the guy that we thought could go 40-40 for the Astros. Well, the runs scored are there, the power's there, the RBIs are there, but the stolen bases aren't there. So I'm not sure we're going to see the second 40 there, but we certainly could see 40 home runs. He's that good a hitter. He really is. He's that good a hitter. I don't think we'll get there with him. I think we'll be in the 30s, but if he hit 40, I wouldn't be shocked. The problem is that he hits high in the lineup. I'd love to see Springer batting fourth. If he batted fourth, the guy could hit 40 home runs and 120 RBIs. But they want him first. Josh Reddick to me is a guy, I'll say it like this. He's a guy you go to Baskin Robbins and you order vanilla. That's Josh Reddick. 10, 15 home runs, 70 RBIs, a couple of steals. He's okay. Doesn't do anything wrong. Doesn't do anything right. He's all right. He's okay. I'm not thrilled with Josh Reddick, but I'm not cutting him either. Once again, I think Derek Fisher will be the starting outfielder. Derek Fisher, very good in AAA last year, had 21 home runs, 16 stolen bases. I think he's ready. I do. I think he's ready to play. And with Gurriel being out, Marwin goes to first base, Fisher plays more, Tyler White, AJ Reed, not very good players. And then finally, Evan Gattis. Evan Gattis is going to be the starting DH there. This guy can hit. He only had 300 at-bats last year, but he had 12 home runs and 55 RBIs. Project that out, another 300 at-bats, he could absolutely go 24 home runs and 90 RBIs. He's got that type of ability. He's a really, really good hitter. Okay, so let's look at the bullpen first. I love their bullpen. Chris Davinsky, Joe Smith, Will Harris, love these guys, especially Davinsky, who just throws 80, 85, 90 innings and, a lot of strikeouts, vultures some wins, might get you a save here and there, just does all the right things. I don't really trust Ken Giles. Ken Giles was magnificent during the regular season, and then he couldn't get one out in the playoffs. Seriously bad. So where am I with Ken Giles? I don't see me drafting him. I don't trust him. I have him in a keeper league. I may begrudgingly protect him, but if I could trade him, I'd be all right with that too. Just keeping it real. I like him. I don't love him. But I do love the bullpen. I love Smith. I love Harris. I love Rondon. I love Sipp. I love Davinsky. This team is a very good bullpen. And you know what? I think with the starting rotation, they're going to need it. Justin Verlander, terrific pitcher. He's 35 years old. I think that he may have fewer innings than the past. Threw 206 last year. I'm going to say about 180 this year. Dallas Keuchel, probably better off throwing about 170, 180. Lance McCullers, always gets injured, can never make 30 starts, probably throw 150, 160. Charlie Morton absolutely did a great job last year. I don't expect him to have more than 150, 160. Jared Cole could have more, right? He's the kind of guy that could have 180 innings. He's still young enough. He still has a good arm. He came over from the Pirates. I think this guy's going to feel great pitching for the Astros, a team that actually has a chance to win. So that's going to help him a lot. But I think you're going to see these Astro pitchers not go as deep into games. So I think the Astros bullpen, Davinsky, Smith, Harris, Rondon, Giles, are going to need to be on their best because these guys are going to go 6 innings and not 8. And that's okay. I think Justin Verlander could be a very good 6-inning pitcher. I think Dallas Keuchel could be a very good 6-inning pitcher. I think Lance McCullers could be an exceptional 6-inning pitcher. I just don't see these guys going deep into games because the Astros are playing for October. So why put these guys out there for 8 1/3 innings in April? I just don't see that happening. So what I do see happening is that these guys in the bullpen picking up a lot of slack there. I think that will help the Astros more than anything. I really do. The Astros are a terrific young team who can make a monumental impact this year on how this race is won. They are not weak anywhere. McCann, Gurriel, Altuve, Bregman, Correa, Marwin, Springer, Gaddis, Reddick. When your worst players, Josh Reddick and Evan Gaddis, you're a pretty darn good team. Some other teams, Josh Reddick would be a starter on. Here, he's like, he's all right. So the question is, will their starting pitching rotation hold up? I think it will, because their bullpen is that good. Their bullpen is that good, and I think that's going to make a big difference. All right, you know what else will make a big difference? Your life if you join ScoutFantasySports.com. ScoutFantasySports.com. That's our new home. That's where we'll be. That's where you need to check out. We're on the forums. The articles are there. It's a great site, much improved. You can sign up, you can cancel, you could do things that you couldn't do on the other site. We're trying to make your life easier. ScoutFantasySports.com. We've got a great thing now. I think you can sign up and get 3 months free. You get a gift. There's a lot out there, so please check out what we're doing at ScoutFantasySports.com. But right now it's time to put away the insurance cards, put away the copay. The office is closed, my friend. I'm going to get on the radio with Adam Roto in just a short time. I'm ready to do that on the Fantasy Sports Network. Download the app right now. Go to FNTSY on the App Store. Boom! Download it. It's free. Click the button. Listen to our show. This is Dr. Roto saying be well. Take care.
Thanks for listening to the Scout Fantasy Show. There's never been a better time to join the Scout Army. Visit ScoutFantasy.com. Use the promo ROTO for 2 months free. And don't forget, fantasy players, please thumbs up the podcast on the iHeart app. See you next time. Go Scouts!